Aquarius, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for July 18th through the 24th. This is for Aquarius sun, moon, and rising. You might see this video a few weeks from now, a few months from now, a few years from now. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So, without further ado, let's see what's coming up here for Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, and Aquarius rising. One more shuffle here. All right, my dears, that feels good. Let's get right on into it. So, move you just a little bit closer. First card coming up for the Aquarius collective. Ooh, nice, is the sun. Okay, this could be Leo energy. This could have Leo association. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo that is significant in some way in this stage in your life. If you have Leo placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Now, this is a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that it's like a new chapter, a significant defining time in your life. So even though I'm setting the intention for a period of 7 days, the things that are going to be happening for you in the next 7 days are going to be setting things in motion. Like, this is a new chapter. And the sun card is about freedom. It's about playfulness. It's about being seen, receiving recognition, success. It can also be a card for me in my readings that comes up when we're breaking out of cycles of codependency. Like, one of your lessons in this lifetime is to learn to be accepted and embraced and celebrated for who you are, and not feel like you have to fulfill a certain role or a certain obligation, that you can be who you are and that you are deserving of being accepted. And also like being celebrated, breaking out of patterns or cycles of competitiveness. Maybe some of you have felt like you kind of have to play small or hold back to make certain people more comfortable being around you, or because certain people get intimidated. And the sun card is like, you're not doing that anymore. You're not playing small. You're not holding back. You can't be worried about people who want to compete with you. And as a result, you're finding yourself with people who celebrate you, who are excited to see you shine. They're happy when you're shining and succeeding and getting attention. They're not trying to bring you down or compete with you. This is also a true love card. Now, those of you who watch my readings, you know that in the weekly forecasts, I try to avoid love and romance. Sometimes Spirit wants to talk about it, and when Spirit wants to talk about it, we have to talk about it in the weeklies. That's what happened for Scorpio this week. I don't know yet if this is going to be a love reading. We're only one card in. We'll see. But sometimes the sun card comes up for me because like you're beating yourself up. You have this desire for love and you're feeling silly about it. Or you're telling yourself, oh, you're being stupid to focus on this, or you should be focusing on more important things. And the sun card is like, wait a minute now. Love is one of the things you came here to learn. It's one of the things you came here to master. So you might have a stronger desire for it than some other people around you, but it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It's just because it's one of the things you came here to learn. It's kind of ingrained in you. And so, like, don't judge yourself for having that desire. It's normal human desire to want love. And if you're here to learn healthy love, you're going to be thinking about that, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The next card that's coming up here for Aquarius is the Sword. And this is your beautiful, wonderful air sign energy. Sword card can be victory, overcoming obstacles or challenges, agreements, contracts, news coming in about a situation. And for me, the Ace of Swords tends to come up a lot in my readings when the person I'm reading for is going through a crown chakra clearing. Okay, I apologize. I had to pause there for a moment. Ace of Swords can be, as I was saying, a crown chakra clearing. So this could be a time that you're clearing out a lot of limited beliefs and you're seeing solutions where once you saw problems, and you're coming into a more efficient way of doing things. You're finding ways to make life easier on you, and the solutions don't have to be so complicated. They don't have to be so difficult. So there could be, as I said, a crown chakra clearing coming in, as well as agreements that you might be making, or contracts or negotiations. Sometimes the Ace of Swords can also come up when someone is wanting to have a conversation with you because they're wanting to present an idea to you, or they're wanting to get a feel, they're wanting to get an idea of what you're feeling, what you're thinking, where they stand with you. It could be in terms of romance, it can be in terms of business or collaboration, but you might have someone this week, Aquarius, asking if you all can get together, or telling you they want to talk about something. And so most probably it's going to be some idea that they have, and they want to run it past you and see what you're thinking, and see where you stand about it, how you feel about it, and kind of just go back and forth and come to some kind of an agreement with you. This kind of feeling, this kind of situation here with the Ace of Swords. For those of you who are going to be going through a crown chakra clearing, sometimes the crown chakra clearing can be accompanied with headaches and migraines. So some of you might be feeling headaches or migraines in the coming week as you're going through the crown chakra clearing. And I've also seen sometimes with the third eye activation. As the crown chakra is clearing, I see it activating the third eye. So this could be the case for some of you as well. Activity in the crown chakra, activity in the third eye. And for some of you, this could be in terms of communication, ideas coming to agreements. Let's see here. Next card coming up for the Aquarius Collective is the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles can be generosity, receiving generosity or kindness from others. It can also be coming into like an ideal financial situation, which would be you have money put aside for the future. Money continues to come in. You continue to put money aside. You add to that savings. But you also have money to enjoy life, to do things you want to do, to be generous towards others when you feel moved to do so. So some of you may have an opportunity this week to pay some blessings forward. Some of you may be receiving kindness or a blessing from someone else. In terms of energy, the Six of Pentacles can come up when we're coming into reciprocal energy. We're coming into energy where we're dealing with people who are also making an effort to interact with us, to deal with us, to work with us. Maybe some of you in work situations have always been in situations where everything is always on your shoulders. You're the one that has to hold everything together. You're the one who has to put out all the fires. Maybe in your friendships or romantic relationships, it's like, well, if you don't take the initiative and if you don't, schedule or make arrangements, then you're never going to see this person, right? So some of you maybe in the past have been in the cycle where you're always the one to initiate. You're always the one to hold things together. When the Six of Pentacles comes up, this is reciprocal energy. So this is going to be where it's fair. It's not going to be all on your shoulders. You're dealing with someone or you're dealing with people, they're making the effort too. They're equally invested. Okay, I feel for some of you, you've been in some kind of a partnership in terms of business or self-employment where you've been dealing with someone that presented themselves to you like they were going to work or they were bringing in talent, and you didn't realize, but they just kind of saw it that like, well, you'll fund everything. You'll pick up the tab, and my contribution is going to be my work, my talent that I'm bringing here to the situation. But you don't feel it's fair because you're investing a lot more. And so some of you may be dissolving a partnership, or reworking or renegotiating a partnership to where this person is not going to be treated as an equal partner. They may be more of like an independent contractor or an employee or someone who's making a contribution but not as like an equal partner or equal investor. And you may be bringing on someone who is going to be an equal partner, who is going to be an equal investor. I feel for some of you, you found yourself in a business agreement or project where like it's all been put on your shoulders financially, and you're like, hey, I really appreciate what you're bringing to the table, but it's kind of not fair. It's not a fair balance here. It's like I can't sit here and say that this is an equal partnership if you're not investing, if you're not taking on some of these expenses. So I'll tell you what, it's not going to be an equal partnership, but here's how you're going to be compensated, or here's what your title is in this situation. Make sure you get things in writing, but I feel for some of you there could be reworking like the shares in an arrangement or the shares in some kind of a partnership. The next card that's coming up here for the Aquarius collective, see, look, it's you again. The Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords could be air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. The Queen of Swords is very much about boundaries, right? So some of you are setting a boundary. Some of you might be saying, look, this is all great and all, thank you, but this is how it's going to be moving forward. This is how we're going to have to do things moving forward. And so setting boundaries or setting down terms. The Queen of Swords also, she doesn't suffer fools. She doesn't have time for it. And either you're going to make yourself useful towards what she's trying to work towards, or you got to go. She's not going to deal with you. And so some of you may have been dealing with a project or an idea, and you may feel as though someone else has come in acting like they're going to help you, but now they're going in another direction. And you're saying, hold on now, we gotta get this back on track. Like this has gotten derailed. This has gotten off the tracks, and you're bringing it back to the original goal. You're bringing it back to the original intention. Maybe for some of you, this could be a relationship. Maybe you had certain goals and things that you were working on, and then you got involved with this person, and you got pulled into their stuff, their issues, their needs, or maybe they were making recommendations and saying, oh, you know what? It would be really great if you did this, or it would be really great if you did that. And you've been trying to be open-minded about it, and now you're like, wait a minute. I'm so far away from what the original goal was. I'm so far away from the original intention. And so you're redirecting it and you're bringing it back. And you may be letting this person know, like, look, I don't have you in my life to be my advisor. I don't have you in my life to steer for me, right? And either you need to let go of the steering wheel and let me go in the direction I was going, and you're more than welcome to be a part of that journey. But if you're going to interfere and intervene and be grabbing at the steering wheel and saying, oh no, let's go this way instead, you got to get out of the car. You can't be with me. I can't have it. I can't deal with it. So some of you may be dealing with a person, a partnership, where it's taking you off course, and you're realizing this, and you're like, I got to get back on course. I got to get back on track. And you're sticking to this. You're sticking to this resolve, where it's like either they need to respect that and contribute to it, or get out of the way and leave you alone. You're not handling that. Also, right? It's making me think of the children's story. I think it's like a little hen, or it's like a little chicken, and the chicken is going around and asking everybody to help make bread. Like the chicken wants to make bread, and so it's like saying, who's gonna help me gather the wheat? Who can help me? Anybody have some eggs, or like whatever? Like this little hen is going around trying to get help making the bread, and everybody's too busy. Nobody wants to help. And then all of a sudden, what's happening is the bread is ready, right? The bread is ready, and everyone smells that delicious bread, and they come running. Everybody wants a piece. So I'm going to help you eat it. They didn't help make it, but now they're here to help eat it. And the little hen is like, nope, I did this all by myself. I'm going to eat it all by myself, right? Nobody had time to help me, so you don't get to come and sit at the table now. And so I feel, Aquarius, some of you are in this kind of a dynamic, and you're just making it known, like you don't just get equal partnership, or you don't just get an equal share. Either you're contributing, or you're not a part of this. And if you're contributing in my vision. You're contributing in the way that, I'm steering, in the things that I'm creating. This isn't about you coming in and taking over. And so some of you may be setting down boundaries in this way. You may feel like you've been doing a lot of work, and somebody else is coming in and trying to dip their hand into it. And you're like, no, this isn't yours. This isn't yours. So boundaries here. There could be a romantic connection here with this person for some of you because of the Sun card. Not necessarily, but there could be. But some of you may be setting boundaries in your life with people that have been blocking you from love and romance. Sometimes that can happen. Sometimes people take up so much energy in our life that we can't date. And so some of you may be setting boundaries in this way also, like anybody who's been blocking you from your love life. I know when I was younger, I was always the person everybody called when they had emergencies or they had problems, and it would affect my relationships. And I had more than one person tell me, like, there's always drama, there's always, like, you're always running off to help this person or help that person, like there's always something going on. And or somebody wanting to third wheel, and I feel bad and I don't want to leave them behind because they're going through something. But it was so excessive, and I was young, I didn't know. But some of you might have that kind of a dynamic where there might be people in your life where you're like, look, I can't be on call 24/7. I can't be rescuing all the time. I need time for my stuff, my goals, my ambitions, my projects, my love life, my relationships. So some of you may be taking space back in this way. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. I do have the playlist in the description of the video that will take you to the weekly forecast. You can definitely check those out. If you would like to check out the love readings for July, there's also a playlist linked in the description for those. And if you want to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I also do a daily message on the channel for those of you who want to start off the day with a spiritual message. Be sure to check that out. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, and hopefully we'll see you all in the daily messages as well. Take care, my darlings. Bye.